The Roaring Twenties was the post-World War I period where pretty much everybody wanted to live life to its full extent. I think at that point, most of society saw war as being barbaric, something that was just, in the past. And they got this weird premonition that for some reason, life in the world was just going to be different. There was going to be no war, so might as well just celebrate constantly. And, in Gatsby's story, throughout the parties and the drinking despite prohibition, and even Gatsby's continued efforts to get Daisy back, because like many other people, when they go to the First World War, when people are drafted out or whatever, however they go to war, they leave everything behind, whether that be a woman, a family, even if you're just young or whatever, it could be leaving college or career. It really displaced a lot of people. And so Gatsby is in this position where, he had the love of his life. He's head over heels for Daisy. And he goes off to war, and automatically he knows something's just gonna be different. He comes back, and he makes all his money illegally. And it just turned into this whole fiasco of him trying to turn him into something that he wasn't. Putting so much effort to try to get Daisy back. And so I definitely feel that the 20s was just this really strange period in time, because it's like everybody was lying to themselves. Everybody was trying to convince themselves that what was history was history. All the war and the suffering and stuff, all that was in the past. People weren't like that anymore. And so there was all these movements, in Prohibition passed, women suffrages, all these changes in society to try to make it a better place. And everybody was just so concentrated on that people like Gatsby, I'm sure, that's not just an isolated case. I'm sure there was quite a few other people. They came back, started making riches, and were trying to rebuild their lives so that they can be ready for this whole utopian society that was made during this period.
Daisy! 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 Oh!
Well, Gatsby came to me at his party and asked me if I knew Daisy. And I said I did, so I got this whole thing going with Nick and Daisy and Gatsby coming over, and so they could meet.
Gatsby, you ready?
She's not coming, no, it's full.
No!
She's not coming.
Look, you already sent the flowers, the tea's already set up.
Too long. It's been too long.
No, she'll be...
I can't do it.
She'll come, it'll be fine.
That's
I'll get it. You stay.
This is where you live?
Please. Welcome. Please come sit down, have some tea. There's some flowers sent in.
Oh, thank you. It's so nice.
So how the hell have you been?
I've been pretty good, Summer's coming along nicely. Is this really where you live?
Yeah.
Oh, such nice carnations. Gatsby. Well, what are you doing here?
For the neighbors, I came to say hi and drop off some things for them.
Oh, it's been a while.
5 years next time.
Some tea.
Yes.
Well, I'm so confused about Gatsby. It's been such a long time, all these memories are coming back to me. But I'm with Tom now. From Mr. Gatsby's side.
Well, I came into my money through family meetings. I mean, I went to Oxford after all, and that's where my whole family has been. And after the Great War, I decided that I put that money to use. Buy myself a nice house, and live comfortably, throw parties, have people enjoy themselves. Mainly, I wanted to meet the girl that met before the war that I inevitably lost because I had to be out there fighting at the front lines. I was hoping to get her attention, but it was harder than I thought, even though she lived across the way from my house. It was very hard. It was a long time before I came into contact with anybody that even knew her, and anybody that was willing to help too. So, by all means, I mean, when I met her, I was astonished by her beauty, and it was great. It was.
What do I think about Gatsby? He's a nobody. Got rich somehow, ends up next to us with nothing? I don't understand it. And how does he know my wife? I mean, what is the connection between him and Daisy? That doesn't make sense either. But I bet you something, I'm going to find out one way or another. And between you and me, I don't think he's an Oxford man. Myrtle!
Myrtle! Myrtle! No!
Well, because of the prohibition coming in, I mean, that means Gatsby decided to use alcohol as his main source of gaining money, so that he become this rich, wealthy person that no one knows. And the politics about this now is that we try stopping people from getting alcohol, but that's very hard to maintain or enforce. Even right now, as we speak, the politics here like being bribed through money and sales and stuff. So it'll be hard to try putting down this guy. So no surprise.
During the 1920s, there was a huge economic boom. The prohibition took place, and there's evidence that Gatsby uses to his advantage to gain some of his wealth. In addition, Gatsby would throw these wild, lavishing parties, not as a way to show his wealth, but to gain attention from one person, that one person being Daisy.
Afuera! Afuera!
Now, tremble for at least 5 seconds trembling or 3?
Nah, that's too much.
That's way too long, dude. 2 seconds.
Put in 2 seconds of trembling. Fire. Pause for a second.
Tom Hardy!
Pull the clutch.
I was wondering for breakfast.
And close your eyes. And
Oh, yeah.